Welcome to another exciting edition of Gateway Diary, the program that takes you behind the scenes of the transformation, innovation, and purposeful leadership driving progress in Ogun State, the gateway to Nigeria's greatness. I am Sage Babalola, and I'm glad you could join us. Here is what we have lined up for you today. Governor Dapo Abiodun continues his drive to improve agricultural productivity as he commissions modern cassava processing center, 5 solar-powered boreholes, and an open store market at Iworo, Okeri, Bawojo, Ododeyo, and Ishoyi in Ijebu Northeast local government area of the state. Ogun State records another investment milestone as Presco PLC, one of Nigeria's leading oil palm companies, announces plans to invest $100 million in the state. Plus, we will bring you a progress report on the Shagamu-Arikawe Road in Shagamu local government area of the state. All these stories and more are coming your way. So sit back, relax, and stay with us.
Dear good people of Ogun State, there are moments in the life of a people when destiny calls for vigilance, unity, and collective resolve. This is one of those moments. The steady influx of industries and investors into Ogun State is the result of the peace, stability, and security we have worked hard to build together. This progress belongs to all of us, and we must protect it. We will not allow terrorists, bandits, kidnappers, or any criminal elements to undermine the peace and prosperity of our dear state. As a government, we have strengthened our security architecture through sustained support for our security agencies. This has enhanced intelligence gathering and improved their coordination. We have also repositioned the Ogun State Amotekun Corps, working closely with neighboring states, including Lagos. Operation Kusaye has further demonstrated our unwavering resolve and commitment to confronting crime and ensuring that Ogun State remains unsafe for criminals. However, security is a shared responsibility. Every citizen has a role to play. If you see something, say something. Report every suspicious movement or activity promptly to the appropriate security authorities. Your vigilance can save lives and protect our communities. I also joined our President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic, in calling on all Nigerians to stand united against terrorism and every form of criminality. Let us choose vigilance over indifference, courage over fear, and unity over division. Together, we will protect our communities, preserve our peace, and keep Ogun State safe, secure, and prosperous for generations to come. Let us all unite against terror. God bless Ogun State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Let's begin with our first story. Governor Dapo Abiodun has continued his drive to boost agricultural productivity, create jobs, ensure rural prosperity, and support farmers across the state with funding, training, farm inputs, mechanization, technology, and processing facilities. These interventions are being sustained across the state's 20 local government areas as part of efforts to build a resilient agricultural sector and strengthen food security. The latest beneficiaries are the communities in Ijebu Northeast local government area. These communities have just received a modern cassava.
Their success doesn't just determine what ends up on our tables. It also influences food prices, rural prosperity, and even social stability. That is why Governor Dapo Abiodun has refused to leave agriculture to chance. His vision is to make Ogun State food secure, transform it into one of Nigeria's leading agricultural hubs, and position it as a major player in sub-Saharan Africa's food economy. Rather than paying lip service to agriculture, his administration has continued to sow the right seeds for a harvest of prosperity. And true to that vision, the government is putting its money where its mouth is, through flagship initiatives such as OG Step, OG Cares, FADAMA, VCDP, and AgriConnect. Thousands of farmers now have easier access to mechanization, affordable financing, improved seedlings, fertilizers, and modern farming technology. But Governor Abiodun understands that growing food is only half the battle. Getting it to the market is where the real victory lies. That is why his administration has built and rehabilitated farmers' markets across the state, bringing producers closer to buyers, reducing post-harvest losses, and ensuring farmers earn the true value of their hard work. Farm settlements are also receiving a new lease of life, while processing facilities are helping farmers move beyond production to value addition. The administration has also continued to remove bottlenecks that once slowed agricultural growth. Rural roads leading into farming communities are being upgraded, making it easier for farmers to transport their produce. With the Gateway Agro-Cargo International Airport recently completed with a state-of-the-art cold storage facility, Ogun farmers are no longer limited by geography. Their produce can travel across Nigeria and beyond its borders, opening the door to export opportunities and foreign exchange earnings. For Governor Dapo Abiodun, agriculture is about creating wealth, revitalizing rural communities, generating employment, and ensuring that prosperity reaches every corner of the state. Little wonder his administration has kept its foot firmly on the pedal, sustaining interventions that continue to transform lives. The latest chapter in that journey is unfolding in Ijebu Northeast local government area, where the administration has delivered a modern cassava processing center, 5 solar-powered boreholes, and a new open-stall market serving the communities of Iworo, Okeri, Bawojo, Ododeyo, and Isoyin.
All these achievements have been made possible through the strong support of our visionary governor, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, CON, whose commitment to agricultural transformation and food security remains unwavering. Under his administration, agriculture remains and continues to serve as a key driver of economic transformation, job creation, and inclusive growth across the state.
These projects are strategic investments in the people of Ogun State by strengthening agricultural value chains, reducing waste, improving access to clean water, and expanding market opportunities. The state government is laying a solid foundation for food security, job creation, and sustainable rural development.
Governor Owibe Ishebe, Prince Dapo Abiodun, CON, gbogbo akitiyan wọn tó ń ṣe nípa ọ̀rọ̀ agric àti gbogbo nǹkan mọ̀dùmọ́dù tá a rí nísìnyí.
Behind every thriving farming community in Ogun State is an administration that has chosen action over promises. Governor Dapo Abiodun is proving that when government plans the right policies, the people reap the harvest. Across Ogun, the seeds of today's interventions are already yielding tomorrow's prosperity, reaffirming his commitment to the men and women whose labor keeps the nation fed.
Let's switch gears to road infrastructure development. When Governor Dapo Abiodun promised that his administration would continue to invest strategically in critical infrastructure across Ogun State, he meant every word. Today, his administration is still constructing roads across the state's 20 local government area as part of his infrastructure renewal program. One of the ongoing projects is the Shagamu-Arikawe Road, a major access route in Shagamu local government area. After years of being a death trap for motorists and other road users, the road is finally receiving the attention it deserves. Our team visited the construction site and brought back this report.
The true measure of a leader is not in the promises he makes to the people, but in the promises he keeps. In Ogun State, many residents believe Governor Dapo Abiodun has built his leadership on that simple principle of letting his actions do the talking. Over the years, the governor has earned a reputation for turning his words into results, so much so that when he makes a commitment, the people of Ogun State no longer ask whether it will happen or not. They simply ask when it will be completed. That's because they have over time built confidence in his result-oriented policies and style of governance. So when Governor Abiodun pledged to continue investing strategically in critical infrastructure and to build roads that connect communities, stimulate economic activities and improve lives, many saw it not as another campaign promise, but as another project waiting to be delivered. Today, the evidence is difficult to miss. Across all 20 local government areas of the state, roads are being constructed, reconstructed, and rehabilitated. From one community to another, the sites have become familiar with earth-moving equipment at work, construction teams in reflective jackets, and communities witnessing visible transformation. It is clear that infrastructure renewal is no longer a slogan, it is a work in progress.
In line with my earlier made promises, in line with my pledge and what I swore when I assumed office, I'll continue to be fair, I'll continue to be just, I'll continue to be equitable. I pledge that I will not develop any part of this state at the expense of another.
For Governor Abiodun, however, this is not about chasing applause or scoring political points. It is about fixing what was broken. When he assumed office, many roads across Ogun State had become symbols of neglect. They slowed economic activities, discouraged investments, increased travel time, damaged vehicles, and made daily life unnecessarily difficult for residents. More than 7 years later, the administration has refused to slow down as road construction remains one of the defining pillars of Governor Abiodun's development agenda, with new projects continuing to spring up across the state. One of the latest is the reconstruction of the Shagamu-Arikawe Road in Shagamu local government area. For residents, the memories are still fresh. Before work began, traveling on this road was an ordeal. Every journey demanded patience, while every rainy season turned commuting into a nightmare. For years, motorists and residents endured the road because they had little choice. It had long been neglected and left to deteriorate. Today, the tide is turning. The 3.3-kilometer road is undergoing a complete reconstruction under the Dapo Abiodun administration. Construction is progressing steadily, with contractors working round the clock to deliver a durable road that will stand the test of time.
Currently, we are doing drainage work, and the drainage work is about 70% completed. We've started the earthwork already. Scarification and earthwork is ongoing. Then very soon we will start laying our stone base, and asphalt will follow it. The road is 3.04 kilometers, and the width of the road is 9 meters.
Like delay. Oh, kudos to the governor. Our Dr. Abiodun is our man. He really tried for us. He tried. And may God continue blessing him.
We thank God for everything, because when I came to this place, the road wasn't like this. And at least for now, at least people are happy. And before, to get to Okada, coming to this place is a problem.
Before, I don't come to this way. I will turn from there, from that place. So, but now, the road has drastically improved. So, I'm happy.
Governor Dapo Abiodun's approach to governance is steadily changing the narrative in Ogun State. His administration is demonstrating that meaningful leadership is not measured by flashy monuments or white elephant projects, but by solving everyday problems that improve the quality of life.
As we wrap up this episode, let's tell you, in every economy, the combination of sound policies and quality infrastructure creates an environment where industries can thrive. This is the story of Ogun State, the gateway state under the leadership of Prince Dapo Abiodun. Today, the state is witnessing an influx of industries with new industrial hubs springing up across the landscape. But the momentum is far from over. More investors continue to choose Ogun State as their preferred destination, the latest being Presco PLC, one of Nigeria's leading oil palm producers. During a visit by its representatives, the company announced an initial investment of $100 million in Ogun State.
If there is one state in Nigeria that has mastered the art of not putting all its eggs in one basket, it is Ogun State. Under the leadership of Governor Dapo Abiodun, the Gateway State has steadily built one of the most diversified economies in the country, proving that sustainable prosperity comes from multiple engines of growth, not a single source of revenue. Governor Abiodun is simply growing the state's economy, and his vision is to build a resilient state that can stand on its own feet, weather economic storms, and continue to thrive without depending on bailouts. That vision is taking shape through deliberate investments across key sectors of the economy. Take industrialization, for instance. Governor Dapo Abiodun understands that maintaining the position as Nigeria's industrial capital requires more than a proud reputation. It demands continuous action, and that is exactly what his administration has delivered. Through an aggressive road infrastructure program, new industrial corridors have emerged across the state, including the Shagamu-Ogijo-Abeokuta-Shagamu and Ijebu-Mojoda industrial corridors. What was once a vision on paper has become concrete evidence of a government that walks the talk.
Ogun State can now best be described as an uncommon state. We have become an uncommon state. The state of uncommon developments. You know, the Senate President used to address Akwa Ibom as the uncommon state. I believe Ogun State has now overtaken Akwa Ibom. We are now the uncommon state. A state of uncommon and unprecedented, landmark, laudable, people-oriented projects.
Governor Abiodun's government wants to create the right environment while the private sector brings investment and innovation, and that public-private partnership model is already delivering results because investors are making significant commitments in livestock, dairy, crop processing, and other value chains. This transformation is happening at a special agro-industrial processing zone at the industrial platform in Remo, one of the largest agro-industrial hubs on the African continent.
I believe that these are the kind of projects that are unlocked by the right kind of macroeconomic policies that we have continued to champion and implement in Ogun State. When you implement and unlock these kind of policies, it trickles down and translates into individual economic prosperity because you are now employing people who are heads of households.
Little wonder investors continue to beat a path to Ogun State's doorstep. Under Governor Dapo Abiodun, the state has become fertile ground for enterprise, industrialization, and long-term investment. The latest vote of confidence comes from Presco PLC, one of Nigeria's leading integrated oil palm companies.
We are happy to be here. We appreciate what the governor is doing. We want to be part of the big investment framework the governor has created. We see quite a lot of development here, and we believe this is the next place to invest, to also support the framework of agricultural transformation, economic development, creating jobs, and creating an inclusive economy within Ogun State.
The company has announced plans to establish operations in Ogun State with an initial investment of approximately $100 million. Another strong endorsement of the state's investor-friendly environment.
We're looking over $100 million, over $150 to $200 million investment that we want to bring in the oil plantation in Ogun State. And we believe this will actually create jobs. This will also improve the revenue for the state. At the same time, like I said, we are also going to be part of the Ishaya that the government is running in Ogun State.
Beyond expanding the state's agricultural transformation agenda, this investment is expected to create thousands of direct and indirect jobs, strengthen food security, stimulate economic activities across the value chain, and boost the state's internally generated revenue.
The areas of agriculture, food sovereignty, food security. We are doing so much in that sector. We have the land here. We are partnering with different countries. There's a country now that's partnering with us in the area of dairy farming. There's another country partnering with us in the area of animal husbandry and livestock and processing. Ogun State, without a doubt, in the next few years will be the breadbasket of this nation and of course, Africa.
Governor Dapo Abiodun's economy philosophy is proving that resilience is not just about weathering difficult times. It is about staying ahead of the curve. Every new investment, every industrial corridor, every factory commissioned, and every partnership forged is another brick in the foundation of a stronger, more competitive Ogun State. Today, the Gateway State is helping to write the next chapter.
And that brings us to the end of this week's edition of Gateway Diary. Thank you for watching and for joining us on this inspiring journey of progress, innovation, and transformation in Ogun State, the gateway to Nigeria's greatness. Until next time, I am Sage Babalola, reminding you to keep believing in the Gateway dream.
Every great stew comes down to one moment. The moment that decides everything. When the tomato paste